Super interesting for me. Obviously, this is going to be a very difficult map for G2, and I agree with Richard, actually. I think they have to win this map if they are to take this over 3 maps.
Hey, James, do you remember that embarrassing result for Virtus Pro at a certain land recently to, well, it was Kingwin before.
Oh, what map was that, Dan?
That was, it may have been Cash.
Oh, well.
Where Virtus Pro got wrecked. This is their chance for redemption in that sense. We're off here with the pistol round. We got Virtus Pro CD side, of course, G2 on the P side, and already it looks like we're getting some action here towards a main.
Yeah, but look at Snax. He's already on the flank here, but can he get the information fast enough? We've got all the G2 players in A main, and Snax is continuing to flank here. He's gonna have the information very, very soon, but will it be fast enough for the rotation? You can see Pasha starting to move towards A, but again, is Snax gonna get in fast enough? We've got the counter flashes coming in. That's gonna slow the push for G2. Snax is gonna absolutely wreck everyone here. He's got a silenced USP. They wouldn't hear him. He only gets one shot though, and now G2 are pushing onto the side.
It's Pasha there from Forklift. Can he save it here? He's trying to get the shots off. It's the bomber down. That's Rain on the ground right now, but the frag comes back in straight away. Trades for days right now. Michael Ellie, the last one standing. Can he be clutched again? This Neo takes down Jacob, and beyond, he's going to find the frag. And there it is. Virtus Pro kick it off with a strong start for their CT side.
Dan, they have done better than they did at DreamHack Valencia versus this team on this map. They've got a round on the board, Dan.
Oh, yes. Indeed. That was quite a match previously. But yeah, Virtus Pro, they look laser focused. And right now, kicking things off with a couple SMGs as well. The MP7s are out, the FAMAS as well. And G2 will go for the 4 spies. So we could be in for quite a fast round. Although G2, you never know what to expect with them.
They've left a bomb early in T-spawn, which is a bit of a passive position, maybe expecting more aggression from Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro showing no fear, going straight for the aggression, very first round with that massive flank. Barley having a good start here. It is a 4 spy from G2. Those Tech 9s will be dangerous. Fox's gun will give him away though. Pasha to take him down. Going to reposition, got a teammate coming in with a flash as well. Spray down between Barley and Makalele, but not much damage done by the CT side. And actually look at the health there. Barley, Neo and Pasha all within maybe 1 tap distance here.
Yeah, absolutely, but G2 not really using the number advantage or trying to come together to use the strength of numbers with those pistols. So right now they're giving Virtus Pro, I think, a more favorable kind of a round than maybe they would have expected from this side of G2. And G2 deciding finally to go for the pressure into B, but there are Virtus Pro players all over the place, and we will see the bomb going down in the vent room there. Bialy in a very nice position as Michael Ellie creeps forwards. Knows he has to do it, but really the chances for this one are slim to none, and he will get eliminated. And the second round will be defended by Virtus Pro against that 4 spy.
He didn't manage to make a single connection there on Barley, who was hiding in the back. Otherwise, he could have taken him. Picked up the FAMAS, got a bit of damage in. I can only assume this is a technical pause here. Only two rounds in. About to start the third. So far, so good for the Virtus Pro side. And again, we spoke about Virtus Pro on this map. I think it was yesterday when G2 were playing it, and the point was, you know, Virtus Pro, one of the stronger players on Cash. On their T side, we can expect to see executes from them, which G2 faced already. For example, we mentioned Molotovs going into the vent, forcing Jacob, who was playing there at the time, to move out into, you know, force him out of the vents back into B. But obviously, when that happened to him, he was aware of it. He was ready for it. He managed to get behind the wall and do considerable damage. Will that happen today on the second half? We're a long way away from that for now, and G2 will be looking to accrue some rounds on the T side here first.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing I'm thinking about when it comes to G2. It's all about that CT side. So this is definitely going to be really nice for Virtus Pro. If they can actually shut things down so that G2 don't get much of an opportunity to play a CT side, or that maybe they only have a couple of opportunities to really get themselves going on that second half, then Virtus Pro are going to set themselves up really well to kick off the beginning of this series. And indeed, we're going to go back into this one. We have we've resumed the match, and we'll see whether G2 can get some damage here. But really, there's not much to be expected from just Glocks. A single flash on Rain. Max has got the Tech 9, he's not bought up anything here, and he's just going to go close, get the information. Oh, he's going to snap a few players down the Tech 9. 3 kills, 4 from Snax. Is anything else even needed? This guy's going ham.
Well, Rain and the Glock versus the entire nation of Poland. You can hear in the crowd, there's a lot of support here for Poland as well. The Rain trying to put a stop to that, but I don't know if those cheers in the crowd are vibrating that solid window in front of Snax and co. But again, much support here. We've got some Polski flags on the sides, in the rafters, and behind towers as well. That replay of the brutality from Snax up in the faces of the G2 side. No fear shown from the Polish players just yet. So the buy is going to come out for the G2 team. They did go for the 4 spy in the second round, which means no AWP to speak of just yet 5 AKs, the smokes, the flashes.
And Snacks proving to be ever versatile, picking up that AWP, and he's going to be going to middle with it as well. And it's quite a passive play here from Virtus Pro, so they're potentially expecting very fast aggression, and they're going to give up most of these middle positions. But GT aren't going to go for that just yet. They are just holding back, and this boost spot here from Taz is indeed very dangerous, and does allow Virtus Pro to set themselves up more towards middle. They don't have to have quite as much on the A bomb site. They can leave Taz to do his thing up on the boost spot. They just have to protect short and make sure he can't get attacked from short. And so far, so good for Virtus Pro. But G2 are starting to probably think about, now we're getting later into the round, to start taking some map control.
Yeah, they've been biding their time. You can see Dennis is just sitting on the boost, not really engaging Z connector just yet, just looking over towards the white box. G2 looking for a pick. Speaking of picks, Snack's going to follow up on Makalele 2 for 2, and Makalele will go down. Snack's going to rotate the position of that AWP. Obviously, Neo's been the main AWP recently for Virtus Pro, but for now, he will just be on the rifle. So unexpected for G2 what might happen with that. You can see Dennis has got control of mid, but there's 35 seconds left. They've got potential for the split here, but they've got to do something with it. Pasha pushing through the vent, going to take down Rain, so things are going to get difficult here for G2.
Yeah, here it is. Oh, Jacob's going to spot the push from Neo, just going straight through A main. This could be an opportunity now as we go 3 versus 4. They do need to think about where the bomb is, though, by the vents, and we have another flank coming in from Pasha. So Pasha's going to start putting the pressure on Jacob, opening up the A bomb site. It's open, but the path to the bomb has been lost. The bomb is just down there in middle, and there's no way to recover it. Now G2 are in this very awkward spot where they just have to try and save, because the round is definitely going to Virtus Pro here. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, Pasha was hiding in the vent for most of the rounds. Dennis was deep into mid. The second player was carrying the bomb, got taken down by the vent itself, and I think they chose to try and clear a path before retrieving the bomb. Unfortunately, they were unable to do so. So G2 lose their buy round. And they've got these 2 AKs. What will they do around it? Will they spend the cash, or will they go for a bit of an eco? Well, they're going to spend some money on the Kevlars, the Tech-9s, the nades coming out. 2 Molotovs as well. They've only got 3 smokes, however, so we'll see if there is an execute in mind. Looking at the minimap, it seems they may go for an execute towards A very quickly.
Yeah, Neo's actually brought up an AUG. You don't see those every day. And, well, here comes the execute. Lots of nades going over the top, soaring through the sky onto the A bomb site. As Taz is in that quad box's position, and we'll start to see the players raid on into the bomb site. Taz looking for the defense right now, but the trades come in. Neo's trying to get it done, but he gets nothing with that AUG. 3 versus 3 here as there is an opportunity. Snacks can't get anything done either. Virtus Pro are faltering on the bomb site defense as the bomb will finally be planted, and it's all down to Bialy and Pasha on this retake.
Well, they're coming in, they've got a man disadvantage. There are 2 rifles on the 3 G2 players. Fox dancing around the forklift, but he won't get anything. Pasha shooting him straight in the face. This Molotov could be crucial here. Does Bialy have the angle, though? Pasha's going to go down. Bialy versus 2 now. The trades come in. Makalele takes the round for his team. Can he find the AWP? Indeed he can.
It's good to see Makalele getting his game going there. That's the first clutch we're going to see from him. And yesterday, it was a story of clutches from Makalele to really just lift his team. And G2 finally picking up that round. So
guess who's taking the AWP down? It's Fox.
Nice. Yeah, Fox has been doing an excellent job as the main AWPer for the team, and that's definitely a recent change to just dedicate him to, and I love it because he's definitely much better at the AWP than he is with the rifles, and he's been fantastic for G2 recently with it.
So, got the flashes coming in, but Virtus Pro will take control of mid regardless. Get those aggressive positions in. That nade may give the game away a little bit. But again, what can G2 do about it? Fox holding angle towards B at the moment, just waiting for someone to peek him. There are 2 people holding for Virtus Pro, but they are just holding. They are definitely not pushing.
They're biding their time at the moment, and awaiting any potential aggression. And there you go. Neo's going to take down Fox. That battle, AWP versus AWP of Neo and Fox, is going to be definitely a big storyline of this cash game. But that is really unfortunate there for G2. They've lost a player now. Rain is down to 13 HP. Virtus Pro standing strong, and if they win this one, they'll reset G2's economy.
Starting to move towards A now. And Virtus Pro have been rotating the position of the AWP, which is going to be very tricky for G2, but they're going to telegraph their movements. All those nades coming in. Dennis will shoot Bialy in the head regardless. Taz going down as well, and the A side has been lost. There are 3 players for the retake, though, versus the 4 of G2. Rain heavily tagged, but he's going to be the one planting the bomb for the moment.
And he is there, looking over, trying to get the covering fire in for his teammates to move up short right now, trying to even distract them potentially. You know, there must be players towards Forklift. Neo's going to spot the first one. Rain goes down. A second peek coming in from Makalele. Can he actually survive this? Neo's going to pin down in that position. Pasha's looking for the drop. He's going to get it with the help of Snacks. And now these Virtus Pro players are getting ever closer to this retake, but it's all on Snacks. Here he goes. The bomb is ticking faster and faster. Snacks finds the kill onto Dennis. There's 1 player left. He's going to go for the quick fake. And J-Chem is playing it patiently. The discipline comes down, he finds the back of Smacks. He'll take him down, and G2 with a very crucial round to avoid getting reset on the money, but they will lose every single player.
Yeah, Jake died after the explosion there. But they get the round, that's the most important thing. It was a bit tense. There was a moment where Dennis was about to shoot Snacks, but he had to look away from a flashbang, then was unable to take the frag afterwards, but G2 get the round regardless. Virtus Pro now on the eco, gonna have some deagles coming out. Barley with the 5-7. Again, the default plant position on A is very strong with a 5-7, but it's only Taz headed towards the A site, and he has merely a USPS. So Virtus Pro concentrating the forces towards the B bomb site for the time being. And G2 going to slow things down and try to find out what's going on. But because of the limitations in the money, they can't afford the Molotovs, which would be very key here. There isn't a single Molotov on the team. Actually, Rain could have afforded one. And they are ideal, especially on a map like Cash, in this situation.
Yeah, and you can see Rain will finally get a kill there onto Neo. So they're starting to create some space for G2 into the map. And again, they need to avoid getting any damage received to these pistols of their opponents, the Virtus Pro. And so far, so good, in fact. Nobody's dead just yet, just Bialy who's left alive. And it's looking like a clean round, which is exactly what G2 needed. After losing every player in the previous round, this is exactly what they were looking for. But here you go, Bialy might get 2 frags. No, he gets shut down by Rain. Good trade coming in. Very timely, in fact. And 4-3 will be the score now as G2 look to close the gap to a tied game.
You can see because of the lack of Molotovs, they were using some smokes there to try and eliminate the possibility of double peaks and maybe even triple peaks from the CT. So that was quite a good anti-eco, despite the lack of utility in the grenades there from G2. So Fox going to be continuing with a P90, gone from an AWP to P90. We'll see if he can find the angles on this Virtus Pro side. Interestingly, Neo and Taz are lacking helmets at the moment, so that P90 could be very key going into if they meet. So again, Pasha's playing the vents once more, going to be focusing towards B at the moment, where G2 looking for some aggression. Now we're seeing the Molotovs come out, but Rain's going to be the first to fall. Jacob to trade elsewhere towards the A site. Yeah. Bomb, though, still left in the passive position.
Yeah, the investment there from G2 was, of course, that squeaky door. They put 2 players to try to attack it. And just as Virtus Pro decided that they wanted to investigate that area, so that trade going forwards could actually help G2 going 4 versus 4 as they look to set up the A aggression. But Virtus Pro, they've caught onto this, it would seem. They've got 3 players towards the A site at the moment, and the execute's going to come in. Now, will they go for it? Will they actually go into mid? Because it looks like they're going over with at least 1 player towards the boost here, but G2 might just keep it simple and see if they can get the execute in there and get the site clean. But there are 3 players that they're running into.
Hash is still in the vent, so he's keeping an eye on mid, which means that he can concentrate the forces towards the A site now. Snacks starting behind the smoke. He'll hear the smoke go off, and he's going to push through blind. Not being found yet. Almost gets a frag onto Fox, but that P90 coming in. Barley goes down towards the car as well, and now the A site is firmly in control of the G2 side. Pasha, what can he do about this? What is his choice? He's got $50 in the bank here. He needs to save this gun more than he needs to do damage to the T side. And they're closing in on his position as well. Makalele coming in soon. Dennis, though, will be the one to take him down. So G2 evening things up. The economy of Virtus Pro ruined.
That's another really awesome round for G2. I mean, they lost only 1 player both rounds, and that's really going to help them out here because they're up against another eco. So they could really build that bank and make things very difficult for Virtus Pro. It's going to take Virtus Pro a while to actually force them to some ecos. And I really feel like for G2 to win this cash against the Titans that are Virtus Pro, they need to have a decent T side so they can really abuse their strengths on that CT side. And so far, so good for them. I mean, they're looking good for at least 6 rounds in the T half already. And here they go into this B bomb site looking for a coordinated cleanup of these ecoing players.
So you can see more utility on the side now, the T side, getting the Molotovs in, the HEs, etc., just clearing things up, moving quickly towards B, not giving the CTs much opportunity to react to what's going on here. They're getting wiped out, only Taz remains. So anti-eco going well so far. Taz over towards the A site with the 5-7 this time. And again, now this is looking really, really good for G2. They're racking up a lot of rounds on the T side, which is going to give them a great opportunity on their CT side. Virtus Pro with 4 rounds on the board and a really bad economy. You have to get a bit concerned if you're a Virtus Pro supporter right now.
Absolutely. I mean, Taz, he's just killing some time. He wants to try to get some damage in. You see, this angle's really strong for him. But when he gets any frags, there's 3 players there. He's going to go down. He won't get anything done from that. So all 5 players survive for G2. So that's 3 rounds now that have passed where they've lost only 2 players. You can really see it reflected in their money. They are so solid on the economy, so they can pretty much do whatever they want when it comes to the strategies and the setups. And 2 AWPs in now for Snax and Neo. This is going to be an interesting adjustment, but will it be working out for Virtus Pro?
I did think they might do this. They had about 6k in the bank. Snax heading towards the A site. Neo is headed towards B, but there are 4 people going quickly towards the B bomb site. Will they try and break the buy of Virtus Pro very quickly? You can see Neo getting flashed out of his position now, taking a new angle. Makalele first to go down. T's unable to trade. He's going to set up for a new angle, but Fox is waiting for him. Only with an AK, however.
And he is so damn good at this. Then he gets another kill. What are G2 going to do now? They surely have to abandon their play into clearing some map control in towards the vent room. Neo still looking to try to get more damage done. Will they dare test him more? This guy used to be a superstar, and he still is. There's another frag from Neo, the 3rd one. The hubris to challenge Neo. It seems to be faltering here for G2's offense, but they're going to keep pushing it in. There's Pasha. He's going to find another frag, and Jacob's going to open it up just a little bit, but plenty of time for Virtus Pro to put all the players in the right positions to shut that round down, and Virtus Pro bring it straight back. And that is, that should be a huge relief for them, considering how G2's economy is just getting out of control.
Pilgrimage gone bad, going one by one towards the B bomb site, pushed off the cliff, left in a ditch. And Virtus Pro will even things up once more. We'll start to see the nades come back for the Polish side as well. Let's see if they can keep things in their control. Fox on the AWP. So this is a strong round buy-wise for both teams. This time we're going to have the numbers going towards the A site, where Neo is now waiting for them. Can't escape them, G2. That
was a pretty sick shot there. Neo just put on the pressure spot, hits the important shot and backs away. And now G2, they've shown some good rounds from losing 1 man, or from getting the trade. They've actually won the last round that was like this. So let's see if they can build another victory out of this one. Before they went for the A execute, now they're going for a bit of middle play, but Pasha's going to deny them.
Yeah, the hardest thing for G2 here is that Virtus Pro constantly rotating their plays. They currently have a double AWP set up on the A site with no AWPs elsewhere. Neo coming in for another frag, and G2 just unable to trade here. Neo holding the tight angles and hitting the shots he needs to hit. 2 players remaining here. Bomb being picked up by Jake, while Makalele is over towards the squeaky door. And there are 3 people now on the CT side towards the A side. Going to take pot shots through the wall. You can tag the players through those walls in squeaky. Makalele gets the frag onto Neo, but he won't be expecting Snax or Pasha. Pasha going to get the headshot now. Makalele, there's not much he can do. Jakem, though, has made his way through the smoke. He's behind Pasha. And there he comes to take down Snax, but can he take down Pasha as well? Pasha using the wall to try and hold things down here, but he's run out of bullets. Jakem takes him down. G2 could actually do this, Dan.
Yeah, that was a huge save from Jakem, and Makalele so smart to just waste as much time as possible and keep Pasha distracted, and it was all according to his plan. It's going to work out, but oh no, the nade comes in, and he doesn't actually get taken down by the grenade. Bialy still has to go for this 1-on-2, and there's the peek, and Makalele hits the shot. Bialy goes down, hits the ground cold, and 6-5 will now be the score as G2 are going to reset Virtus Pro. Wow, I can't believe it. Jakem, what a beautiful play.
How did that just happen?
But the thing is, James, not just that Jakem was able to open it up, the fact that Makalele was always aware, under so much pressure in that engagement with Pasha, he was just always aware. And Jakem, he pulled out the pistol to get there faster. He pulled out the Glock and he did it. Amazing stuff from G2.
Yeah, the money play there was Jakem managing to get through the smoke somehow without even being blocked by Pasha. Just totally tore the round apart because they were stuck on the wrong end of choke points. Makalele was stuck in squeaky. Jakem in A main. I don't know how they managed to do that, but they did. And now Virtus Pro are again on the anti-eco with numbers towards B, but no guns to speak of.
Oh dear, Rain's going to fluff the Molotov there a little bit, but it shouldn't matter too much as the site will be cleaned up. And just like a clean anti-eco is the order of the day here for G2 in this round, as Fox will clean up. Taz, no, looks like Taz doesn't get the frag there. Spoke a little bit too soon. But
yeah, Dan.
I'm sorry, James. Happens to the best of us. So 5-7 and G2 looking at a very, very solid T half. And right now, Virtus Pro are looking like they might even be struggling to get 6-7 rounds on the board at this rate. They're down to just a full rifle setup. There's no AWP on any player. How do you think this is going to impact things?
Well, because of the lack of utility here on the Virtus Pro side, if they can take control of mid, they might have a more aggressive play, but Neo's going to get taken down trying to make his way over to white box. That is a good spawn for the G2 where they can punish that. Trade's coming in, but it will favor the C side as there are only 3 CTs left, 2 sides to defend and mid. Virtus Pro falling like flies at the moment. Bialy and Pasha are all that remain.
Pasha with a very nice position here though by Sandbags. However, they're not going to push, they're going to fall back. Bialy is creeping around the corner, takes down JChem, and now opening up some chances, some opportunities here for the T's, for G2 to actually rotate back into his position. Bialy goes down right now. Smart play, looking for the 2 versus 1, and Michael A does the scoot and shoot from the AWP, finds Pasha as well. So G2, just a bit of a mix-up there. It's going to catch Virtus Pro.
A, B, what comes after C? The D then. And it's D for destruction as Virtus Pro's economy is being annihilated round after round. G2 3 rounds up now, and it's looking like a super good half from them. We might be seeing a 10-5 here, Dan, on the T side versus Virtus Pro on cash.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, especially as the next map being trained is actually very good for G2 typically. Anyway, Fox is going to be moving in here with the AWP. He'll hit the shot. These guys are so on point at the moment. And Pasha, he'll creep through the smoke, but what can he get done here with his P250 as he crawls behind the lines, finds Fox, and he's creeping. He's looking to see if he can find more players. Very smart stuff here from Pasha. When is he going to pull the trigger, or will he pull out the knife?
The precision incision is coming.
Oh my God.
The precision incision is there. The Lannisters send their regards.
Beautiful stuff there from Pasha. Excellent patience, and that is going to get a roar from the crowd right now as Pasha's picked himself up an AWP, and with it, a chance back into this round for Virtus Pro. However, the bomb is towards the A side of the map at the moment as G2 are gearing up for that assault, and there's only one man there. It's Snax, but it is Snax, and he's got a deagle.
50 seconds for G2 to take this site and get the bomb down. Snax's position will be somewhat undetected. G2 do have 3 Molotovs to try and force some TTs out of their positions, but who's going to peek him first? There's the one shot straight in the face. Jacob has now left the building. There will be the rotation from Virtus Pro into the site as well. And G2 now going to be under a lot of pressure to try and get this bomb down. Makalele trying to avoid getting the deagle shots in the face here. He's got the angles to try and protect Dennis, but Snax has the high ground, and down Dennis goes. Virtus Pro cleans things up now, and it could take this back to 7-8 at least.
What an amazing round there. It all started with that excellent knife kill from Pasha. How on earth did he get into that position? Beautiful stuff. That was definitely a shock to the system there for G2. And now it's an 8-6 scoreline as Virtus Pro attempt to close the gap here. But they can't win the half, but they can at least salvage it and give themselves a solid chance going to the next one. And we're going to see another org bought by Neo, actually. No AWP on the side of Virtus Pro. Perhaps a little bit too poor for that, but they'll have full utility. And Michael Ele, he is going to be trying to open up the round here for his team, all ping towards A, but it looks like we might have a fast round here from G2, not messing around.
Let's see if they will commit to this. Looks like Fox's position to deploy a smoke into the site. We've got the counter flashes. That's a very nice counter flash coming off the wall there from Taz. Molotov perfectly timed into the squeaky door as well. Snax with the high ground, but they're all well past him. Taz holding things down for now. Neo coming in, but will he get there fast enough? Going for the spray. Does higher armor damage, that org, but definitely going to need to find the faces as well.
Snax is putting so much pressure on from the back right now as he goes in. Nice headshot onto Ray. Snax might get the second. Yes, he will. Jacob is going down. It's just Michael A left in the 1-on-2. He's been in this position so many times before, but being smoked off behind that squeaky door is going to be near impossible. Snax takes him down, and once again, Snax is going to save Virtus Pro, pulling him straight back in to this one. 7-8 on this half, and Virtus Pro, I cannot believe they even got so much work done, but you can see on the scoreboard here, Snax is towering above the rest of his team. He's got 17 kills. The next closest to him is 10 for Neo. Amazing, amazing half here from both teams. And I've got to say, though, G2 are looking really snappy at the moment.
Indeed, it was a good late recovery there from Virtus Pro, but it's G2 on their T side with 8 rounds. At the beginning there, you could see Virtus Pro started with 4 rounds in a row. And I was starting to wonder if this was going to be a dominant half, if we were going to see something like an 11-4, something like that. But no, G2 started breaking them, got themselves 5 rounds in a row. Then Virtus Pro got 1 back, and then they were broken again by G2 with another 3 rounds. So solid stuff by the mix side, country-wise, versus the Poles. But the Poles have got themselves enough rounds on the board to mount an offense on the T side again. Did mention in previous matches on Cash here in Romania that Virtus Pro are one of the strongest teams strategically on the T side. Although we've also seen that G2 can react well to those situations, but it's going to be a difficult half for both sides, the way things are going at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Neo's been, of course, he only got 10 frags, but when he had the AWP in his hands, when he was able to take some shots with it, he hit pretty much every one. It was ridiculous. That said, Michael Elliott, he picked up the AWP, Fox as well. They are very on point here, so it's very hard to say who's actually going to be able to, where is the difference going to be made right now? The one thing that's clear, going to be a clear favorite going in Virtus Pro's favor is the fact that Snax is really performing. He's setting the pace, and I think we can expect a beautiful second half from these two sides. Now, of course, it all starts with the pistol round. It all starts with who gets the good economy first. It can be really terrible for the CT side to start off without that nice economy, and that's what Virtus Pro had this round. They managed to get 4 rounds straight away, and started off with the AWPs. They had all the options. There's no pressure. So let's see if G2 get the same treatment here. Will G2 pick up the pistol round on the CT side?
Indeed. So Virtus Pro with it all to do now on their T side. Snax and Bali will be the nade men. Neotaz Pasha opting for the Kevlars. No raid bosses here. 4 Kevlars on the CT side. Makalele is going to be the defuse man with the 2 flashes. Only Dennis with the P2000. So Virtus Pro making a fast play towards A.
And we've got Michael Elliott they're going for the A retake RG2. They've got Michael Elliott spotting from a safe distance. And they can allow the T's to take the bomb site behind the smokes if they really want to, and then come in together for just a coordinated retake, and that's part of the plan. Michael Elliott has the kit, 2 flashes as well, and he can just wait for his teammates to set up here and flash them in to position.
Yeah, the T's can opt to boost at the back of the site as well and try and shoot people over the barrels, but they're going to take semi-aggressive positions using that smoke to the right of where Bialy is as well. Looks like they're going to push through the smoke with a great flash and try and take the car position as well. But Rain and Dennis coming in with 3 frags here, not working out for Virtus Pro. There's a man disadvantage. Bialy needs to find the heads here. It's his head that will be taken off. Pasha versus 2 now. They can go for the defuse indeed. Makalele's holding it down. Pasha running distraction. Sorry, Dennis running distraction. And Pasha gets a constellation frag. Makalele trying to charge him down for another precision incision, but the surgery's closed down.
Absolutely, 9-7 now the score, so G2 are going to win their pistol round. So we've had Virtus Pro winning their CT pistol, G2 win their CT pistol, albeit it was a very close round. And we're going to get the P90s out, we've got a couple MP7s as well, so G2 have a lot of opportunity here to build a lot of money, and want to see whether or not they play it very passively or if they want to get a little bit aggressive with their SMGs here. Because interestingly, of course, Virtus Pro, instead of forcing it up with the bomb plant, going for an execute, as some teams have started to do these days, they are going to go for the safe and the fast AK round, and that's going to be a problem for G2, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Virtus Pro could have opted for some smokes to try and get one of those sneaky short plants on the opposite side of the red container on A here, but they've opted for 2 Deagles instead and P250, so it looks like they've got to focus on the damage play as opposed to the bonus money. Not much of an aggressive hold from G2 at the moment. Obviously, going to be playing the maximum range game possible. So far, so good. Taz going to take down Dennis in a trade, but his teammates are falling all around him. He will soon follow as well, leaving only Snax alone versus 4. He's going to get shot in the side of the head, and that will bring that round to a close.
So now there can be some AKs in the picture if Virtus Pro really want to go for that. And we will see the couple AKs in, and they invested slightly in the past round as well, interestingly. And we'll still see a very strong buy from them. And they'll have a big advantage over G2. Some teams, what they like to do in this kind of a position, because the AKs are so powerful against the leftover SMGs for the CTs and some of the rifles, they'll just go for a fast mid-take, because those ranges are so good. The pick-based play is so good for the T side.
So let's see what the initial play is here from both teams. G2 taking aggressive control of mid. Virtus Pro going to just have a passive angle towards A main. And I'm sure we'll see a boost coming in from the T side, but the CT side looking to do exactly the same. Almost a bit of a failed boost there. Maybe hearing the jumping on the other side are starting to back off now. The smoke is dissipating. Neo's got an angle, but he's going to get taken down before the flash comes in. Rain will get traded by Snax, and now Dennis is alone, trying to hold down mid with an MP7.
Yeah, that's not the best position in the world. And he's going to fall all the way out of there, and they will just say, okay, 4 versus 4, we're going to try to make it work with these SMGs, take some sneaky positions. Michael Elliott is in a very, very good spot right now, but is he going to get flanked here? He's aware that mid is very open, and he's going to spot the player in short there, and he knows what's up, and it's going to be Taz to take him out, just running out the door, kicking it down, and with a shot straight to the face there, and Snax delivering death also to Dennis, and that is the bomb site well and truly under control of the Polish side. Virtus Pro looking very, very strong in this round now.
4 versus 2. Bialy and Taz, sorry, Snax and Taz are heavily tagged at the moment. Fox, it seems, looking for an early frag, not going to get one. He's going to start to back off. Jacob's going to do the same. So G2 on the save now. They have a 3-round advantage, soon to be 2. Virtus Pro may be considering a bit of a hunt, but they only have a few $100s in the bank themselves, so they won't want to take too much damage. But of course, the economy pressure will be on G2 despite their round advantage at the moment.
Yeah, and it's, interestingly, you know, they went for the economic approach and take those P90s into the next round. They could have done a rebuy, but they said, hey, maybe if we actually win that round, we'll have a crushing advantage to go forwards because we played so efficiently on the money. But you know, if we lose, then okay, we can still get a bit of a buy-in, although that said, their money's not nearly as good as I expected. So we'll actually see an eco from them, very unusual there. So G2 actually losing a bit too many players in some of the previous rounds to put them in this position. And Virtus Pro have a very good opportunity here to stop G2's economy from growing too out of control as they're stuck on the eco. Just Jakem with a weapon, some utility as well. See how much damage they can do against Virtus Pro, because that's the name of the game here for G2.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of a different format on the eco from G2 that we saw from Virtus Pro, who are taking mid very quickly. You've got the pop flashes coming in, so A main. So if... Okay, Rain and Dennis going to go back into the A side. If they were going to choose to continue to flex, then they could have got nasty for Virtus Pro. Snacks charging up short with the AK is going to take down 3 players. Great flash, Makalele completely blind there. Now Jacob's in a situation where he's been spotted, and he had the only M4 at the beginning of the round, so it's going to be hard for him to save it. Trying to scurry away here, but this defense of this gun will not be easy.
Yeah, Snacks wants that 4 kill badly. He's a savage, isn't he? Jakem will take down Pasha as they try to get rid of that last weapon. It would be really good if Jakem could save this. He's even got an incendiary as well as another couple of grenades, so there's a lot of value on Jakem, and they are going to go and try and commit to frag him. He's stuck on the bomb site right now. They're trying to take him down, but Jakem's managing to defend here. All this economic damage to Virtus Pro is also absolutely key here. If Jakem can keep himself alive, that'd be fantastic for G2, but Neo will eventually take him down after he eliminates 3 Virtus Pro players. So that's actually a decent result there by Jakem, all things considered. But now the AWP is going to come into play onto Fox, and this is where we start to really get to see the strength of G2.
Indeed, the difference between these two sides as well is that we could expect Fox to focus towards the B bomb site, whereas you saw Neo and Snacks warping on Virtus Pro side, and they were all over the place trying to keep people surprised on the G2 team. But Fox, he was very comfortable with aggressive Ts holding down the B bomb site, and he will have a player in for support who I'm sure he will boost into the vents. But Virtus Pro starting to move towards B quickly now. Pasha and Neo looking to harass.
That bomb is down at the moment as Virtus Pro are still searching for the proper options. Looking for some information, maybe some frags. Jakem's going to win the battle against Pasha though towards B storage, and all of a sudden things are going quite well indeed for G2, although a frag will finally find its way back to Virtus Pro's side as Bialy picks up one, and Jakem will get boosted back into the vents. So G2 still with some good map control despite losing a player. And the pressure's really on Virtus Pro to decide to actually commit to a bomb site at this point in time. They do have 50 seconds left, but they are slowly running out of time, and they do need to break some positions here. They've got 2 Molotovs, smoke as well, but might not even come to using any of that utility. Jakem finds the kill onto Taz and the bomb.
And the bomb indeed. Coming back out of the vent to take down Snacks towards B. He is just playing pretty savage at the moment. G2 surviving with 4 players, being on their CT side with a thin lead. That's going to be good for their economy. 2-round leads at the moment, and the money's all over the place for Virtus Pro. We've got Taz with $2,000, Snacks with $7,400. So we can expect to see a bit of a buy here. Maybe a spread of some pistols at least. And indeed, Snacks is dropping some guns for his team. Going to have a Tech 9 for himself, flashbang and a smoke. Flash onto Pasha as well, Neo picking up a smoke. So again, like to see a plant attempt here. That should be the focus for Virtus Pro, along with some damage. Again, Fox with great timing there, coming in blind, taking down Snacks regardless. Jakem taking more aggressive position behind the box. We've seen him take a 4-man from that position before, but Fox might not give him an opportunity. Taz going down as well. There goes Bialy. Fox finally gets traded. Jakem will take the last kill, pick up the AWP as well. 4-man hold for G2 once more.
I've got to say, Jakem is actually just playing out of his mind right now. He's got 25 kills already. And again, Jakem is considered the second best player in Norway to reign. And this is the team that he's been given his opportunity to really stand up and shine on. And he's doing just that on the big stage. So amazing we're seeing such a result from Jakem in a high-pressure game against Virtus Pro of all teams. And 12-9 is the score as G2 starts to take control of the map. But they've got to win this round if they really want to start to break Virtus Pro. And we have a bit of a push coming from Virtus Pro into middle.
All right, so they're going to come in there with the numbers, but we have Rain and Dennis stuck behind the sandbags area. Rain with the first frag. Sorry, Dennis with the first frag, but they will both fall to Snacks, who's doing great work for Virtus Pro as well. Again, a 3-round lead. They're looking to close in on it now. Fox and Jakem, the B players, are the only ones remaining. Jakem coming out of the smoke, and taking down Snax and Neo. Down to 2 versus 2 now, and Fox comes in just at the right time to save his teammate. Only Bialy now, and he's lost the bomb. It's in mid.
Trying to gun down Jake in there by the sandbag position. There's no nades on Bialy. He's going to have to just push and get it done with raw aim, raw skill as Bialy tries to press the issue. And there's nothing else to do. They're both trying to double peek. Oh no! He runs out of bullets and Jaken finds the kill. Again, Jaken with another huge round. 3 kills in that one. And 13-9 will be the score. Jaken's now on 28 frags. This guy is out of his mind.
Somebody stop this man. I can only assume he's playing so good, Dan, because he needs that money. Chocolate bars in Norway are about 7 times as expensive as they are in the UK, Dan. And everybody likes chocolate. 4-round lead now for the G2 side versus Pro, reduced to a scout and some pistols. Not much else to speak of. Again, they've got the grenades, but do they have the execute to go with it? Fox again going to start savaging people towards B, Dan.
This is amazing. Everyone in G2 right now, it seems to be is just lifted. Everyone's hitting their shots. And they are definitely a beast to be contended with. Can Virtus.pro tame the beast, though, this round? It's going to be pretty hard. They've only got some pistols here, and the scout picked up by Taz. They go into the bomb site, but the grenades are doing a lot of work right now. Jakem is going to go down. Snax is going to find himself the AWP off the ground, and he's doing excellent damage with it, but every single player of Virtus.pro is stuck on this bomb site, behind smoke, between flames, and they're all stuck in the most horrendously awkward positions as G2 look to go for the retake. And they do have a lot more nades. Where that came from, Michael Ellis holding onto an incendiary. He's going to toss it in there. So much pressure. Snax is here at the back of the bomb site. He's got no Kevlar. He's got just an AWP, and he has no idea where he is right now. He's going to get sprayed down. G2 will win the round, but they did lose 2 players, and the bomb plant did go down for Virtus.pro.
That round was absolutely crazy. You saw the Molotov come through the window into B, which stops... there's 2 choices of Molotovs you can throw there. One is to stop people from hiding behind the back boxes, which is what the one they threw. The other one is to stop people holding the angle as they come into the site. They had the Molotovs down, then the flash came in, so people had no idea where they were, stuck in the smoke, exiting the smoke. Virtus.pro with the advantage. Then just so many nades, so much smoke, nobody knows what's going on. G2 managed to survive with 3 plays intact as well, so their economy is looking good, as they are only 2 rounds away now from taking the first map.
Yeah, and I wonder what G2 are going to go with here. It looks like they have a guy fast into A main for some information. It's also, yeah, it's Michael Elliott just doing that capacity, just jumping up on the double stacked boxes at the back. And he will spot a play. He'll actually flush Bialy out of A main as well. So I like the ballsy move from Michael Elliott, just to bully Virtus.pro out of some positioning that should be somewhat, not necessarily guaranteed, but it's definitely hard and risky to take that. Michael Elliott will eventually back away, and it looks like Virtus.pro is setting up for the A play.
Makelele holding close to A main at present. You can see the nade starting to come in again. We'll see how they react to the smoke on quad. But Makelele's going to go for the push. It's not going to work out. Snax getting the first frag. He's got the high ground, but he knows there's a player underneath him. Hash will come in for the save. The spray through the smoke will take down Rain as well. Virtus.pro not out of this yet. Only Fox and Jake remain. They don't have position anywhere near the site, and they are definitely going for the save now.
Wow, 3 players critically low here for Virtus.pro. This would be an amazing time to bring it back. They don't have many more opportunities left in this one. But let's see what the bank is like for G2. Are they going to be able to buy? If they save these 2 rifles, they still can't really buy very well. So it's going to be interesting to see what the situation is going to look like. In fact, they actually can force it up here, I think. So, but if G2 lose the next round, Virtus.pro are going to be up against an eco. So Virtus.pro could very well get back into the game from this one.
There is momentum to be had from the Polish side, and if you are a fan of Virtus.pro, they'll need your voices in the crowds. Another round on the board for Virtus.pro, but they've got a few more. There we go. 4-round lead now for G2, and we will soon see the money. They're going to start to drop some weapons, in fact, so they're going to force it up, basically. We've got double AWPs coming out now. Makelele looking to get in on the fun. We'll see what Dennis picks up once they start running. Could be a FAMAS. It's going to be the M4. A bit limited on nades are some of the players, but Makelele won't be too worried about that. He'll be focusing on shooting people through the chest.
Yeah, so it ends up being a fairly decent affair on the weapons here for G2, as we see J-Chem and Fox over towards B. That combination is incredibly deadly. Pasha is just creeping towards it. He's very cautious right now because we've seen from the past matches of G2, Fox sometimes when he starts getting in the flow state, he starts going for those crazy pushes. He starts doing things that shouldn't be possible, and well, he's good at pulling those things off, and G2 are waiting patiently right now. Pretty safe setup, 2-1-2. You couldn't really get safer than this.
Always worth looking at the inventory of the Virtus.pro players because they have historically used the Molotovs more than most teams. One of the first to really exploit them. You can see them all with the Molotov now as they start to clear out. And there we go, Molotov coming in to force Jacob away. Often you see Snacks waiting for him, and you know Jacob's aware of that, trying to get as close to the corner as he can. I think Snacks might be going for a short smoke, actually. But as they're in position to go for a split, they could move over to Z Connector, but Jake's in a position to try and stop it. Snacks waiting for him, no Snacks punishing him. No smoke on short, so it's gone elsewhere. But there's only 2 Virtus Pro players left. This is not working out for them.
Yeah, Snacks is going to have to save the day once again right now as this push onto the site's not working out. He's going in now, he's alone against 3 players. He can't spray down Dennis, and that's the round. The critical round is held by G2. The A push, the pinch, it didn't work out. And now Virtus Pro, they are against it right now, against the wall with nowhere left to turn, no chances left. They have to take all 5 rounds to force the overtime, or they are done on map number 1 against G2.
They've got the money for the buy, AWP coming out, the full nades as well. That smoke from the boost, actually they made a wall of smoke in front of the car position to allow them to get through A main. You can often get the smokes from that position towards the short area, so you can go for the flank, but never mind. They've got 3 people have Virtus Pro towards the B-bomb site at the moment, daring to challenge Fox once again. Bomb being left behind the boost spot at present while they take initial map control there. You can see Taz heading towards the squeaky area, making sure there's no aggressive flank coming in from the CT side, who are holding passive positions for now.
Here he goes, Virtus Pro creeping into these positions now. Fox is going to have to start taking some shots soon as Virtus Pro start to really pile the pressure on taking away vent room. It does set you up from good angles to throw the smokes against your opponents and Molotovs, but actually, it's actually going to boost Pasha straight into the vent to take down Dennis. This is not a good situation, but Rain is going to calm it down. He's going to eliminate Pasha. So once again, G2 can be a bit more calm, but still Virtus Pro readying to go for the attack here, just swinging things back around towards middle and A, it would seem.
Indeed, there's a lack of information now for G2 as they don't have anybody in the mid area, and Fox is starting to rotate because they're not really sure what's going on. That's going to cause some aggression. You can see Rain pushing through A main. That's going to have Fox rotating back towards the B bomb site, and Gravity is pushing Virtus Pro in that direction as well. Fox coming in to take down Taz, and Jacob's holding well as well. Stacks is falling down. Fox going to get taken down by the sprays by Ali, but the trades are going to come in. Jacob just cannot be stopped here on this B bomb site. 16-10, G2 take the first map.
Oh my god, I cannot believe JChem is just starting this best of 3 off with just a stellar performance. A star performance there. 31 kills on the board for JChem. Snacks there with 30, but you would almost expect that from Snacks at this period. He's already the established superstar. JChem, can he keep this form running through the series though? We're going to be moving into Train next, and that is a fantastic map for G2. Historically though, they have had amazing T-sides, but the CT side is where they faltered. That's where Virtus Pro can win the game.
In the pre-match interviews, you heard one of the G2 players say that they have a bit of a random style. And we have to forget about what we've considered from G2 in the past with the old lineup, because JKim is making them look so much stronger. So the players will go for a short pause, try and recompose, especially on the Virtus Pro side, before we get into map 2. We'll be back after this break in just a few short minutes.
But yeah, Virtus Pro, they look laser focused, and right now kicking things off with a couple SMGs as well. The MP7s are out, the FAMAS as well, and G2 will go for the 4 spies. So we could be in for quite a fast round, although G2, you never know what to expect with them.
They've left the bomb early in T-spawn, which is a bit of a passive position, maybe expecting more aggression from Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro showing no fear, going straight for the aggression, very first round with that massive flank. Barley having a good start here. It is a force buy from G2. Those Tech 9s will be dangerous. Fox is going to give him away though. Pasha to take him down. Going to reposition, got a teammate coming in with a flash as well. Spray down between Barley and Makalele, but not much damage done by the CT side. And actually look at the health there. Barley, Neo and Pasha all within maybe 1 tap distance here.
Yeah, absolutely, but G2 not really using the number advantage or trying to come together to use the strength of numbers with those pistols. So right now they're giving Virtus Pro, I think, a more favorable kind of a round than maybe they would have expected from this side of G2. And G2 deciding finally to go for the pressure into B, but there are Virtus Pro players all over the place, and we will see the bomb going down in the vent room there. Bialy in a very nice position as Michael Ellie creeps forwards. Knows he has to do it, but really the chances for this one are slim to none, and he will get eliminated. And the second round will be defended by Virtus Pro against that 4 spy.
He didn't manage to make a single connection there on Barley, who was hiding in the... Super interesting for me. Obviously, this is going to be a very difficult map for G2, and I agree with Richard, actually. I think they have to win this map if they are to take this over 3 maps.
Hey James, do you remember that embarrassing result for Virtus Pro at a certain land recently well, it was Kingwin before.
Oh, what map was that, Dan?
That was, it may have been Cash.
Oh, well.
Where Virtus Pro got wrecked. This is their chance for redemption in that sense. We're off here with the pistol round. We got Virtus Pro CD side. Of course, G2 on the P side. And already it looks like we're getting some action here towards A main.
Yeah, but look at Snax. He's already on the flank here, but can he get the information fast enough? We've got all the G2 players in A main, and Snax is continuing to flank here. He's gonna have the information very, very soon, but will it be fast enough for the rotation? You can see Pasha starting to move towards A, but again, is Snax gonna get in fast enough? We've got the counter flashes coming in. That's gonna slow the push for G2. Snax is gonna absolutely wreck everyone here. He's got a silence USP. They won't hear him. He only gets one shot though, and now G2 are pushing onto the side.
It's Pasha there from Forklift. Can he save it here? He's trying to get the shots off. It's the bomber down. That's Rain on the ground right now, but the frag comes back in straight away. Trades for days right now. Michael Ellie, the last one standing. Can he be clutched again? This Neo takes down Jacob, and beyond, he's going to find the frag. And there it is. Virtus Pro kick it off with a strong start for their CT side.
Dan, they have done better than they did at DreamHack Valencia versus this team on this map. They've got a round on the board, Dan.
Oh, yes. Indeed. That was quite a match previously.
Back. Otherwise, he could have taken him. Picked up the FAMAS. Got a bit of damage in. I can only assume this is a technical pause here. Only two rounds in. About to start the third. So far, so good for the Virtus Pro side. And again, we spoke about Virtus Pro on this map. I think it was yesterday when G2 were playing it, and the point was, you know, Virtus Pro, one of the stronger players on Cash. On their T side, we can expect to see executes from them, which G2 faced already. For example, we mentioned Molotovs going into the vent, forcing Jacob, who was playing there at the time, to move out into, you know, force him out of the vents back into B. But obviously, when that happened to him, he was aware of it. He was ready for it. He managed to get behind the wall and do considerable damage. Will that happen today on the second half? We're a long way away from that for now, and G2 will be looking to accrue some rounds on the T side here first.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing I'm thinking about when it comes to GT. It's all about that CT side. So this is definitely going to be really nice for Virtus Pro. If they can actually shut things down so that GT don't get much of an opportunity to play a CT side, or that maybe they only have a couple of opportunities to really get themselves going on that second half, then Virtus Pro are going to set themselves up really well to kick off the beginning of this series. And indeed, we're going to go back into this one. We've resumed the match, and we'll see whether G2 can get some damage here. But really, there's not much to be expected from just blocks. A single flash on Rain. Max has got the Tech 9 into the round, just not taking some map control.
Yeah, they've been biding their time. You can see Dennis is just sitting on the boost, not really engaging Zed Connector just yet, just looking over towards the white box. G2 looking for a pick. Speaking of picks, Snack's going to follow up on Makaleli 2 for 2, and Makaleli will go down. Snack's going to rotate the position of that AWP. Obviously, Neo's been the main AWP recently for Virtus Pro, but for now, he will just be on the rifle. So unexpected for G2 what might happen with that. You can see Dennis has got control of mid, but there's 35 seconds left. They've got potential for the split here, but they've got to do something with it. Pasha pushing through the vent, going to take down Rain, so things are going to get difficult here for G2.
Yeah, here it is. Oh, Jacob's going to spot the push from Neo, just going straight through A main. This could be an opportunity now as we go 3 versus 4. They do need to think about where the bomb is, though, by the vents, and we have another flank coming in from Pasha. So Pasha's going to start putting the pressure on Jacob, opening up the A bomb site. It's open, but the path to the bomb has been lost. The bomb is just down there in middle, and there's no way to recover it. Now G2 are in this very awkward spot where they just have to try and save, because the round is definitely going to Virtus Pro here. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, Pasha was hiding in the vent for most of the rounds. Dennis was deep into mid. The second player was carrying the bomb, got taken down by the vent itself, and I think they chose to try and clear a path before retrieving the bomb. Unfortunately, they were unable to do so. So G2 lose their buy rounds. And they've got these two...
And he's not bought up anything here, and he's just going to go close, get the information. Oh, he's going to snap a few players down the Tech 9. 3 kills, 4 from Snax. Is anything else even needed? This guy's going ham.
Well, Rain and the Glock versus the entire nation of Poland. You can hear in the crowd, there's a lot of support here for Poland as well. So Rain trying to put a stop to that, but I don't know if those cheers in the crowd are vibrating that solid window in front of Snax and Co. But again, much support here. We've got some Polski flags on the sides, in the rafters, and behind towers as well. That replay of the brutality from Snax up in the faces of the G2 side. No fear shown from the Polish players just yet. So the buy is going to come out for the G2 team. They did go for the force buy in the second round, which means no AWP to speak of just yet. 5 AKs, the smokes, the flashes.
Yeah, and Snack's proving to be ever versatile, picking up that AWP, and he's going to be going to middle with it as well. And it's quite a passive play here from Virtus Pro, so they're potentially expecting very fast aggression, and they're going to give up most of these middle positions. But GT aren't going to go for that just yet. They are just holding back, and this boost spot here from Taz is indeed very dangerous, and does allow Virtus Pro to set themselves up more towards middle. They don't have to have quite as much on the A-bomb site. They can leave Taz to do his thing up on the boost spot. They just have to protect short and make sure he can't get attacked from short. And so far, so good for Virtus Pro. But G2 are starting to probably think about, now we're getting late.